Folks, recently I had a chance to speak with Zohran Mamdani, the probably future mayor of New York City, based on polling. Here is how that conversation went. So, Zohran, let me get this straight. You want to raise the minimum wage to $30 an hour by 2030? Won't that just make every business flee the city? Flee? Flee? Listen, when businesses see that their workers can now afford to buy things, they're going to realize, wait, these are customers. It's like discovering your employees have been customers this whole time, but they were too broke to buy anything. It's the economic equivalent of realizing you've been sitting on a gold mine, but you forgot to dig. Besides, where are they going to go? New Jersey? Have you been to New Jersey? They'll come crawling back after one weekend in Newark. Okay, but city-run grocery stores, the government can't even fill potholes efficiently. And you want them selling us produce? Exactly. That's why this is brilliant. See, when the city runs the grocery stores, suddenly everyone will care about government efficiency. You think people are passionate about pothole reform now? Wait until the municipal arugula is wilted. We'll have the most engaged citizenry in American history. Town halls will be packed. Excuse me, Councilman, the organic kale situation is unacceptable. Democracy is saved through lettuce. All right. And you want to freeze rent on rent-stabilized apartments? Won't landlords just stop maintaining buildings altogether? Oh, they'll maintain them. You know why? Because I'm also proposing that if they don't, the tenants get to become the new landlords. It's like musical chairs, but with property deeds. Suddenly, that leaky faucet becomes very important to fix. Plus, think about it, Joe. Frozen rent in a warming climate? That's the only thing that'll be frozen in 2030. It's poetic. It's environmental. Okay, but you also talk about free buses. The MTA already loses $1 billion a year to fare evasion alone. How do you expect to pay for this? Simple. We're already not collecting that $1 billion. So really, we're just making it official. It's like when you go to a buffet, are you stealing if it's all you can eat? No, you're optimizing. Plus, when buses are free, everyone uses them, which means fewer cars, which means less traffic, which means the buses go faster, which means more people use them. It's a spiral, a beautiful, fiscally irresponsible spiral up. All right, but you want to build 200,000 affordable housing units in 10 years? Where? Up. We build up. See, rich neighborhoods have all this wasted sky just sitting there. Billionaires on the Upper East Side are hoarding altitude. So we up zone. We build tall, and suddenly everyone gets a view of Central Park. Everyone from 40 stories above. It's like everyone's rich, but democratically. Plus, when you live on the 60th floor, rent seems cheap because you're literally closer to heaven. All right. So you're proposing a $10 billion tax increase on businesses and the wealthy. $10 billion. Won't they just leave, Zohran? Come on. And go where? To compete with the city that has free buses and $4 organic tomatoes from the People's Grocery? Please. Once you've experienced affordable childcare and rent control, you can't go back. It's like trying to enjoy Spirit Airlines after flying first class. Sure, technically you can leave New York, but then you're not in New York. You'll be in like Connecticut, eating expensive cheese and crying about it. Now, you went on a 15-day hunger strike at one point over taxi medallions. Isn't that a little bit dramatic? 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 You know what's dramatic, Joe? A taxi driver working 80 hours a week to pay off a $600,000 debt for a metal plate. That's not dramatic. That's dystopian. I simply matched the energy of the situation. Besides, it worked. We got $450 million in debt relief. That's $30 million per day of not eating. Show me a hedge fund that gets those returns. I'm the most efficient hunger striker in political history. But you used to call for defunding the police, and now you say you'll work with them. Your critics say you're flip-flopping, brother. Joe, it's not flip-flopping. It's evolving, like Pokemon. I've evolved from defundmon into reformachu. Look, I realized that defund was bad branding. All right, you got me. It's like naming a restaurant food that isn't important. Fine. Technically accurate to my worldview, but confusing to customers. Now, I prefer reimagining public safety through a holistic lens while ensuring police can do actual police work instead of being mental health counselors / social workers / hall monitors. Doesn't fit on a bumper sticker, but it's more accurate. Now, your opponents say your policies would bankrupt the city. And we're not bankrupt now? Spare me. Have you seen the subway? We're already living in an economic apocalypse. We've just normalized it. I'm proposing we bankrupt ourselves in the other direction. Instead of having no money and bad services, we'll have no money and good services. At least we'll be broke and comfortable. It's the difference between being poor and hungry versus being poor and full. I choose full. Okay, all right. Last question. If elected, what's the first thing you do? Day one, Joe, I'm opening a city-run grocery store in Times Square called the People's Whole Foods, where everything costs $1. Yes, even the quinoa, especially the quinoa. Let the chaos begin. Within 72 hours, either my entire economic philosophy will be vindicated, or I'll have created the most entertaining policy failure in modern history. Either way, it'll be riveting television. All right, Zohran, thanks for your time. Thank you, Joe. And remember, you can afford to thank me once I'm mayor, because I'll make thanking people free. Add it to the list. All right, folks, there he goes. That's Zohran Mamdani, who is probably going to be the next mayor of New York City, just based on the current polling. He's way ahead. Guys, what do you think of this interview? Leave a comment.